Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Adirondack Adventures. Once again, my name is Josh. Today I'm doing an update. Spring has sprung, the lilac bush is in full bloom, and the dandelions are back out, and paddle season is back in full force. I'm introducing my newest boat to my family fleet. This is a Swift Keewaydin 14. This is the Carbon Negra, the Carbon Fusion layup. It has the Textreme outer layer with the cross pattern. And this boat weighs about 30 pounds. It is going to be the newest companion as we spread out. My family begins to spread out into multiple boats. This is going to become one of our trippers. It may become my solo. I've yet to paddle this boat. I have Bungee Yoke attached. Bungee Yoke works great with every single Swift canoe except for the combis, more or less. This is now the fourth boat that I'm using with Bungee Yoke. I'm using an Old Town pack. I have a Hornbeck Nutrix 13, and I have a Placid Boatworks Shadow. The Keewaydin 14 is now the fourth boat, as I mentioned, that I'm utilizing with the exact same yoke, this universal portage yoke. It doesn't damage the gunnels, and it fits virtually every solo and pack canoe that's on the open market today. Some of the content that you may or may not have seen since my last update. I did several trips out to Borus Ponds last summer. I did an awesome sunset paddle. I was the only one out at Borus Ponds after some weather had moved through, and I caught Borus Ponds on a glorious night all by myself. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll put it up here. You can click on that one. I also explored Lobier Flow, which is this water body that was used when they were harvesting timber in that area many years ago. It's interesting, to say the least. Bring a boat that you're not afraid to scratch, because I put some of the first scratches on my Placid Boatworks Shadow during that little excursion. Also, I did my second 90 miler, and there's a lot of content associated with that. I put out some 90 miler moments, is what I called them, which were various little cuts of the race, things that you'll experience at various points throughout the race. There was a pass under Brown's Track Bridge. There's a pass through inlet, which is always memorable and special on the first day of the 90 miler. So if you haven't seen any of that stuff, I'll put some of those videos up here. I also spent some time out at Lake Lila in the Whitney Wilderness portion of the Adirondacks. I had one of my favorite paddles ever. I did a sunrise paddle on the Shingle Shanty Brook. If you haven't seen that one, take a look at that one. I also did some exploring of the Beaver River and went north up into Five Ponds Wilderness. So my channel, in a lot of ways, is an extension of the Adirondack Paddlers map. Get yourself an Adirondack Paddlers map, and you'll understand some of my portaging and some of the campsites that are on there if you refer to that map. Going into the winter, I did a lot of skiing. I also did a lot of hiking this year. I found my way to 10 summits, 10 Adirondack High Peak summits this winter. I did a winter traverse of Santanoni Range. I also did an 18-mile loop over Mount Marcy into Skylight and back out through the Opalescent with some college buddies. I also got Marshall, Cliff, and Redfield in one single day, and had an awesome trip up Big Slide with my daughter. If you're interested in the Winter 46, take a look at some of that stuff up here. What should you expect going forward? Going into the summer, I plan to do a lot more hiking, a lot more camping and canoe tripping. You're gonna see the first paddle impressions and review video that I do with my new boats. If you haven't seen the one that I did with my Placid Boatworks Shadow, take a look at that one. There's also one for my Hornbeck Nutrix 13, the first paddle of each boat. I like to document and give people some testimony of what I'm experiencing with the boat, what it may or may not be good for, and it's really an honest take of what I think of the boat. So if you like that stuff, if you're interested in different types of boats, take a look at those videos. Other than that, thanks again so much for watching Adirondack Adventures. If you like this content, please give me a thumbs up and continue watching, because there's a lot more coming.